Hey y'all. If you don't see the red in the corner anymore, it's no longer live. I'm pretty sure there's a something indicating live. I honestly don't know what it is, but I got a few new colors that I want to show you guys. Get that cleaned off. Hi Rachel. Hey Joel. Hey Rhonda. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is so cold where I am. I don't like it. It's... Hi Carrie. Hi Erin. It's like 37 degrees in Texas right now. I don't like it. Hi Georgia girl. Stephanie, Angie, Bailey, Paula. How to do? Hi Kayla. So I'm going to show y'all a few new colors that I just got from Frans. I know, Rhonda, I won't complain. I'm Texas, y'all. I'm not supposed to be this cold. My hands are freezing and I can see my breath. I don't like it. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys a few new colors that I got from Frans. And then I've got the heater on. It's so crazy. Hi, Destiny. Welcome, y'all. 15 degrees. No, thank you, Rachel. I'll stick with my 37 degrees here where I'm at. It's 49 degrees according to my thermometer in my shed. And I don't like it. Hi, Marcy. So I wanted to show y'all a few new colors that I got from Fran. This one I'm pretty certain is part of that new American Made glitter collection. I don't keep up with it anymore. I think I have too many. It's like having too many chickens. I have to figure out who's missing. So Cassidy is a fine. It's a really pretty kind of almost dusty purple. Julie, it was 91 like 4 days ago here. I don't like this. And then Mermazing, it has these couple of hex cuts, but it has little stars in it too. And then I got some new stuff from Feather Bear. I've actually never ordered from Feather Bear Bling before. So I'm really excited to show y'all. I've actually had this for like 3 weeks. I just had a bunch of don't wants and getting a lot of other irons out of the fire. I'm going to start with Mermazing. By the way, I got a sneak peek of the subscription box today. And if y'all hear something, it's my schnauzer. He's in the background and his jacket bothers him. Hi, Victoria. I got a sneak peek of the subscription box that's coming out. When she opens up the subscription signups on the 28th, you should definitely do it. You won't regret it. So here is Mermazing up close. It's blue and green with the little silver stars, and it actually has tiny little translucent yeah, you can't really see it in the spoon. You can kind of see the little translucent squares there. It's going to be really pretty under epoxy. Haven't really had a chance. Carrie, I think she does some in the morning and some in the afternoon, but I may be remembering the old way she did it. Because there for a while she did a certain number in the morning at like noon, and then another like 6 p.m. or something. If you're not part of her group, definitely go join the group. That's where you get all the little heads ups. So Cassidy is almost like it's not as deep as a plum. It reminds me of Dusty Rose, but purple. The camera never does it justice, but it's really pretty. I have a thing for purples and teals. Those are my two favorite colors. But that one, I've had that one on my list for a while. It's not very old though. And then we use a lot of mica powders, like for Milky Ways and all of that. But these are flakes, so it has a little bit different look to it. I don't think you can see it, but it's like snowing right now as I'm opening this. I should not have shaken it before I opened it. Hey Lisa, you posted something. No, I do. You asked about the vinyl. I actually don't sell vinyl cutouts. I saw your comment and I just haven't had a chance to respond to everything. But this is silver mica flakes. You can see it all over my hand. It's so pretty. I look like Christmas right now. My dog's gonna be so beautiful by the time we get inside. It's literally, I'm probably gonna get like whatever it is that the miners get from breathing in coal. Oh my gosh. Why did I shake this before I opened it? It is literally snowing in my face right now. But the mica flakes just have a little bit. Oh my gosh. I'm having regrets right now for shaking this. I don't know why I did that. Kristen, don't shake it before you open it. It's literally in the air. I don't think you can see it. Hi, Miss Honey. Hi, Veronica. Oh, yeah. You're moving over by Lufkin, Georgia girl. That's right. That's pretty far from me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can see how pretty this is. It's much prettier on something than it is in the air. Look at the mess I made. Oh, geez. Okay. So it's really pretty. Fran actually did a video the other day where she did this on a sign. Hey, Kimberly, so somebody's about to move to your area soon. Hi, Heidi. Oh my gosh. I gotta step away for a minute. It's in the air. I don't know what I did. Oh, Biscuit, you're gonna be so pretty. Oh, it looks like a snow globe over here in my horse seat. Oh my gosh. You can see it. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what I did. Ooh, Lisa, no, I didn't see that, but I will go look for it in a little bit for sure. Yes, Veronica, it's a mica. It's a little bit of a different texture. Instead of that powder, it's like, well, it's still a powder, but it's like a flake style. I'm beautiful right now. I'm like a vampire right now. Yes, Lisa, it actually kind of does right now. My dog is looking at me like I am on drugs right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll just shake off before I go in the house. I'm gonna sneeze tomorrow and it's gonna look like a blizzard. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm good. So, silver gold mica flakes. I can't wait to try them. Do not shake them when you get them. I don't know why I did that. I guess I thought I was just fluffing it up or something. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank y'all for humoring me while I had a little moment there. So this mold I got off of Frans. It's beefy, man. This is the beefiest mold I've had in a while. It's really pretty feathers. Little earring molds. Unicorn parts. That's actually probably accurate. If that was a real, if unicorns were real, that's probably what it would look like. Can you imagine what the atmosphere would look like if that was legit? That's funny. Okay, so these are about 3 1/4 long, tip to tip. They're really pretty. I can't wait to do this with like a a fine brown holographic, like espresso shot. Christy, I've got 2 different companies that I'm showing y'all right now. Most of my glitters come from Frans, and I actually already posted a link for new customers to get $5 off. But it's fransglitterandmore.com. That's where most of my glitters in general have come from. But there's another one that's been around for a while called Feather Bear Bling. These are so cute. So I have Fiesta from Frans, which is also dots, but they have stripes in them, which are really, really cute. These are just regular holographic dots. Super cute. And it's multiple sizes, so it'll kind of fill in those gaps. And then I got holographic bears for like a mama bear themed cup. They're super cute. They have black and brown also, I do believe. I put a link to this shop. I think if you use that code, you might get some bonus points. I'm not sure. I've only bought from them one time. What I'm most excited about is Aphrodite. This is, I believe, one of her most popular colors. I got 2 1-ounce bags. Hers ships in bags. I do like the shaker aspect of how Fran does hers, but I know some people prefer bags, or they have their own shakers because they have them all organized. But this is actually what we're going to put on a cup in just a minute. The cut of this reminds me of the Frost series, like Orange Frost, Blue Frost, all of that at Fran's site. There's other companies, obviously, that have a lot of the same ones. Every time I move my face, glitter, gold mica falls. Yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow. But anyways, we're going to put this on a cup in just a minute. This company, when you place an order, you get a little something of some sort. My order came with this cute little keychain, Glitter Savage. And I asked them, I messaged them and said, hey, is this a normal thing? Is this because I was a first timer, or because I placed an order for more than one, or whatever? And her husband, I believe, is who replied and said that they actually try and put a little something in every order. It could be a sticker. At one point, I don't know if it's still going, but they had, if you ordered 5 or more glitters, you got a little drawstring backpack. It just kind of depends, but I was pretty excited to show you guys these things, these colors. I'm really excited to try this one. At some point, I want to put this on a black base as well. I bet that would be really pretty. It's a little bit bigger cut. Let's see if I have Heavenly hanging around here. I've been using that a lot lately. It's bigger. No, I don't have it around here. Oh, nope, I don't. Okay, false alarm. It's a little bit bigger cut than Heavenly. So I'm just going to mix up a little bit of epoxy and then get this on here. Hi, Mary. What part of Texas are you in, Mary? Somebody commented something the other day. It was totally in the town I'm in. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. Oh, I have Heavenly right here. I wasn't looking in the right spot. I'll show you the cut difference between Heavenly and Aphrodite. Let me open this real quick. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I have allergies kicking my tail lately. You can kind of see it right there. The size difference. This is quite a bit bigger cut. Let me just put some on here. You can kind of see the difference there. So let's mix up a little bit of epoxy really quickly. I'm not going to do much because, well, yes I am. We're going to pour some earrings as well. And of course they're getting, this is getting completely covered in the gold mica flakes. So we are going to do, let's do 20 because I don't know how much the feathers are going to take. I haven't measured them yet. You know what you shouldn't do? You shouldn't put your epoxy near the heater and forget about them. Yikes. I had it kind of far from the heater, but obviously not far enough. All right, Rachel, yeah, you're just like 6 hours from here. Maybe it's actually 5. I think it's 6 hours to get to Galveston for the cruises that we do. Okay, I gotta wipe this off. I totally wasn't paying attention. Normally I don't leave my epoxy unattended by the heater, but I sure did that time. Probably because I had a little drug interaction with the Mica Flakes. Okay, so we're recovered now. So we're just gonna do, oh, thanks, Megan. Are you gonna try the lights one? Ooh, Mary, you're really close to Fran. She is in Marshall, so you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Megan, are you gonna try the ones with the lights or with the vinyl lights? I like both of them, but man, those ones with the lights take up so much epoxy. I mean, I like it, and I am glad to realize that the drilling the hole in it didn't affect the seal as much as I thought it did. Initially, I thought that it had really jacked up the seal, but I think it's just that style of cup doesn't insulate as well because the bottom isn't as secure, as insulated as the others. Bailey, hi Jessica. Bailey, I actually put a link to Liquidy Split. You'll get a 5% discount, and they do free shipping all the time. This one is the Ultra UV. I don't really feel like I notice a difference between it and the regular Liquidy Split. Rachel, it's ksresin.com, but I did post the link so you can get 5% discount on the video description. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a really thin layer of epoxy on this cup. I'm going to get a fresh parchment sheet just because I don't want to contaminate this. I'm going to pour this into a shaker. I have an empty shaker from something I used up. Probably State Fair if I had to guess. State Fair and White Wedding. I blow through those. If you don't have State Fair in your life, you need that in your life. It's so pretty. I love it so much. If you've never seen State Fair, this is what it looks like. Like sometimes it's pink, but sometimes it looks more green. Working on those dominoes. That's going to be our Christmas exchange gift. Alright, I'm almost done mixing this up here. And I did definitely mix up too much on purpose because I want to do these earrings with this. No, I want to do the earrings with espresso shot. Oh my gosh, Kristen, isn't it great? Like, pictures don't do justice to that color. Applebee. Okay. So we're going to go real thin. I have 20 mixed up. I haven't tried the Amazing Plus. I don't know about the UV, but the Amazing Plus, Megan, is supposed to be better as far as the UV resistance or UV coverage, so that you won't have yellowing quite so much. I actually don't really need that to turn. So you can do this one of a couple of ways. You can just spread it on with your hand like this. It needs to be so thin. If you haven't ever done epoxy method glitter application, it needs to be so thin that the glitter is sticking to it but not soaking into it, if that makes sense. Theoretically, you would only have about 3 milliliters on a cup. You're welcome, Megan. That's my understanding anyways. I've checked out the amazing website whenever they release that stuff, and that's my understanding of the difference between that one and their original formula. My puppy is so cute. He got a new jacket this weekend and a haircut, and I'm really glad because, yowza, I don't pay attention to the weather like I should, and I'm really glad he has a jacket. So Liquidy Split has about a 15-minute work time. Probably most fast sets do have that work time. Some might have a little bit longer. I just ordered some DIY epoxy on a pre-order for their fast set, and actually got an email today that it shipped. So I'll let y'all know about that too. That one though, this one, Liquidy Split says full cure in 24 hours. The other one says full cure in 7 days, which doesn't really seem like fast set. But I gotta read all the information because I may have just read something wrong, or I may be remembering something wrong. Victoria, do you like it? Does it do well in your temperatures? Can you kind of comment on what kind of weather you typically have and like how that works for you? I'm excited to try it. I've heard several people say that they use it and like it. Yeah, he said that I messaged the guy. This is probably way too much. I gotta go around the bottom anyways. He said that the first batch was great. The second batch they had issues and they redid it. But it sold out really, really fast. Carrie, it's probably in the newbie Tumblr group that we have. If you want to go join it, I'll approve it in just a little bit. Newbie Tumblr tutorials and support. That's the group that a lot of us are in, so that we can ask all those newbie questions that you feel kind of awkward asking in big groups with lots of people that have been doing this for years. I have a feeling that I'm having to use a little bit more of this than normal because of the temperature right now. Most epoxy tends to do better when it's warmer. I even warmed up my cup, but then I had it away from my heater for too long. I've only used about 3 milliliters so far. It looks like I've used a lot more based on this, but according to the cup where I mixed it, it isn't. That's good to know, Victoria. Thank you. Melissa, I don't like it either. I don't like cold Texas. Alright, I'm just going to end up having to use way more epoxy than usual because of the temperature. And that's okay. When you use too much, Jessica, it's called Newbie Tumblr Tutorials and Support. We might end up changing the name later, but that seemed pretty fitting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that attachment. I already told my coworkers, I'm really sorry, but I am not selling these because it's way too much, and I barely have enough time to keep my orders on a normal acceptable turnaround time because I have a lot of other irons in the fire too. And I was like, sorry y'all, I am not doing it. And she's like, you might just have to. Like, no. Okay, so all I have left is the bottom. This is taking forever because it's really, really cold. And I've used almost 5 milliliters now. And I'm sure that this is taking more because of the temp. Yeah, Victoria, I can't wait to try it either. It's supposed to have about the same amount of work time, I think, is what I read. Okay, so we're coated pretty good on here. You want to make sure you don't have any bald spots. Hi, Nora. I had an Aunt Nora. I like that name. That was my papa's sister. Okay, so we've got that all completely coated, no bald spots. Maybe a few spots thinner than what we want them to be. But not too terrible. Really quickly though, I'm going to throw some glitter in here. I really want to do espresso shot, so bear with me for just a second. I want to show y'all that color. It's so pretty. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm almost there. I think it's in the very bottom box. Okay, I guess I won't use that color because I can't find it. Oh well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and get started on the glitter. Oh, thank you, Melissa. You're so sweet. I apologize if I get myself cracked up and I start laughing. Sometimes I can't stop laughing sometimes. I had a patient today and he is like, y'all think I'm looking at the glasses, but I'm actually looking at myself in this mirror and I don't like it. And I was like, hey, you can just tell people you're in shape. Round is a shape. And he thought that was kind of the funniest thing he'd heard in a while. And I was cracking up because, I mean, that's what I tell myself. If I didn't like M&M's so much, I'd probably be a lot better off. Dang, I love M&M's and Hershey's. So good. That's really pretty. It looks kind of silver on screen, but it's actually like a holographic blue. Blue, purple, white, kind of pink. Kind of like Heavenly. It makes me think a lot of Heavenly. But just a bigger cut, so it kind of catches the light a little differently. Cami, original, just regular milk chocolate, and M&M minis. Those are my favorites. I work next door to a yogurt shop, and I go probably way too often, and just literally I'll get one of the yogurt bowls and put like, I don't know, 6-7 tablespoons of M&Ms. In all reality, that should be like a whole week's worth, but in actuality, it's actually more like 2 days worth. It's so bad. The minis taste different. My other weakness lately is these guys. Just stash my bag out here in the shed where my son won't see it. He won't eat my M&Ms because he, for some reason, doesn't like them. But he will chow down on my Hershey's if I don't pay attention. I have to have a secret spot, and my daughter, she hides her she likes that Pocky. It's like a little stick with chocolate on it or something. She has to hide her candy stash with my candy stash because that boy has no self-control. Oh no, that's okay, Carrie. This is Aphrodite. It's really pretty. I actually posted the link in the description. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. I should have put this in a shaker, but I was really excited to get out here. Cammy, I don't need that. Hi, Rose. Oh my gosh. Veronica, I have no idea. I actually have a coworker that is doing a couple of memorial cups for Christmas, so I'll probably show her this and see if she wants to put the paw prints on it. I think that would be so pretty with the black paw print water slide. I think it'd be so pretty. Okay, so where is... I'm missing my spatula. I love my Cricut spatula. Ooh, after this, I'll show y'all a sneak peek of one of the things I'm working on. I'm really excited. I'm working on the video for it. I'm doing my first book pages tumbler. And I aged some paper and distressing it. Yeah. So on my TV that I'm looking at this on, it's not really doing it justice, but it's also a really crummy TV that I just bought. Hi, Cynthia. So I can literally just see the comments a little easier since my phone's kind of at a weird angle. But on my phone, it looks like it's doing it justice pretty good. It's like... it's very frozen looking to me. It's so pretty. Scaramouche. Okay, so I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. Thanks a lot, Jessica. What color is that, Jessica? I'll go look for it because it can be overwhelming buying from someone new. When I buy from Frans, I already know what I have and what I don't have. And so I just literally sort everything by new to old. And then I just kind of see what she's added that's not part of the sub box that I really, really have to have. And it can be really over... Nora, you're so sweet. But it can be overwhelming. Ooh, it's tealish, she says. I will check that out. But yeah, this is so much prettier in person than what my TV shows. It's silver, but it's blue and it's purple and it's almost pink. And the way my fluorescent light is hitting it, I feel like I'm in like a dream sequence with a bunch of fairies dropping stuff in front of me. It's really pretty. You'll give me 1 second. I want to find a color to put on here, and then I'm going to show y'all the book that we're working on. Found it. I've actually looked at Fairy Tale Glitters, Megan. I think she might be the shop that has a little backstory on hers. There's somebody that does a glitter store who has a special needs child, and that's like how she's able to stay home, I think. I think it's that one, but I'm not positive. I do like shapes. a lot. I only have a handful of them, but I really do like them. Exactly, Lisa. That's exactly right. I actually had them side by side just a minute ago. This is Heavenly Fine right here. It's very, very similar. Heavenly definitely has the same cast, but with that different cut, it definitely reflects a little differently. So before this sets up too much, I'm going to add espresso shot. It's a holographic brown. But I think I'm going to have a little trouble pouring it because it's cold. But we're going to try it and just see. Oh, thank you, Heidi. All right. So there's a couple of people watching right now that have YouTube channels also. So if you're looking for other channels, Joel's on here, or he was earlier. He might have had to get off of here. He's crafting with TSD Creations. Gosh, I should know what this is. It totally popped up just a little bit ago. But I know it's TSD. And then Lisa is on here right now. She has Lisa Wyatt Art. And a couple others. Those are the only two I can remember off the top of my head. So I've got this mixed up now. I try and pour it with the least amount of air bubbles. I'm definitely going to have to run the lighter over it. Alright, this is almost too thick to use combined with the temperature. It's not a good combo. I'll try and warm this up just a bit. Oh my gosh, Rachel, yes! I totally did! Let me finish pouring this. Y'all, I need a keeper. Thank you, Veronica. I need a keeper, y'all. If anyone is interested, I'm taking applications for my own personal sanity keeper. Good grief. All right, let me see if I can warm this up just a bit. Put that in front of there. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put this aside. And let's go ahead and bring this back over here. Golly. I mean, it takes a village, right, y'all? Holy smokes. If my head wasn't screwed on. Good grief. Okay. Let's take this off of here. The nice thing about these detachable arms is this right here. After your glitter has had some time, or your epoxy, not your glitter, has had some time to set up, you can actually go back and pat it down. That's really helpful with chunky glitters. And then the medium cuts like this. This particular glitter, Tammy, is Aphrodite from Featherbear. Featherbeardesigns.com. I think if you type in Featherbear Bling, it'll probably redirect you because I'm pretty sure I forgot that that was the website when I went and typed that in. Where I'm standing right here, this looks like all blues, but when I shift, I catch the purples in these flatter pieces here. It's really pretty. I like it. Thanks for catching that for me, guys. I most definitely appreciate it. Okay, so we'll put this back on here and then we'll dump that back in there. And then hopefully my epoxy will be a little bit warmer. Tammy, I did put the link to Featherbear in the description if that's helpful to you. They have a points program kind of like Frans. A lot of them do. I buy from Glitter Craze, Simple Beginnings. Pretty much all of those stores have a rewards type thing. I think the link that I did Oh my gosh. I think if you use that link, you'll get like 50 extra points or something. It's like a referral type thing. Okay, this epoxy may be a little too far gone to be able to still pour right now. We'll try it though. We'll see. It's a little bit better, but it's still a little thicker than I like to work with for this. I mean, one advantage of thicker epoxy when you're doing this is your glitter is less likely to settle. But the disadvantage is you might end up with a few more air bubbles because things aren't settling like they're supposed to. Okay. Let's give that a minute to kind of settle in there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to let this cure and then pop it out. It took me way too long to get that cup done. Again, I'm going to blame the weather. I probably won't be doing very many lives during the winter time because it's chilly. And this heater's a little bit of a joke unless it's been running for a while. Yeah, I'm not loving how that's going to work, so no big deal. Yes, RSD teacher, that glitter that is on the cup is called Aphrodite from Feather Bear Designs. There's a link in the description. What I'm using here in this not really working for me feather mold here is espresso shot. It's beautiful. So if you don't have a dump cup, you should get, I mean, not a dump cup, like a dump mold is more accurate. You should get one. I am working on a TARDIS right now. I've done lots of Lego men, which are really cute. The kids love the one that I made for the office. They think it's so cool that there's like all this stuff that they enjoy right there. Okay, so that was a fail because it took me too long to get the other, but that's okay. I just added that to my little dump jar. I want to show y'all a sneak peek of the other cup I'm working on. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay. This is just the base layer. I'm about to put a layer of epoxy, more Mod Podge and then epoxy, so that my quotes that we're wanting are more... I know that glitched out. I'm so sorry, y'all. So I'm going to put a base layer of epoxy, and then my quotes will be a little bit more prominent. I just didn't want any bald spots on my cup. So what I'm going to do on these is that right there. Just kind of take care of the edge just like that. You can do this with inks. You can do it with stamp pads. I have a friend that is really good at distressing. Like, you would think that anything she made is hundreds of years old. Hi, Liz. So that's what is going to go on here. I'll kind of go like that. Kind of blend in. I need to burn that one a little bit more. But I'm going to have a smooth layer of epoxy on here before I go back over it with these guys. Oops, sorry, puppy. it right now. I'm working on that one, and then a couple others, and then a couple of wood grains for a coworker. But if you're interested, really quickly, I'll show y'all how to do the distressed paper. Y'all let me know if you're interested in learning how to age paper really quickly, and then we'll get off of here. I don't have anything else to show y'all. Yes, Veronica, you can use tea. You can use coffee. There's a couple other things too that you can use. I just watched a couple of YouTube videos and they all did it a little bit different. So the way I did it, I'm gonna have to turn off my heater so I don't blow a breaker, I think, but I have the coffee that I brewed last night still sitting here. Just make extra strong coffee or extra strong tea. And I have this old book here that I was kind of using as like a color guide. So it's pretty close. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Stephanie, you will be so excited. You will not be disappointed. So regular paper. This is laser printed. I'm going to go ahead and assume that inkjet that the ink would smear. So you can do it the way I'm about to show you, but you can also do in the oven. You can bake it for 5 to 10 minutes at 200 degrees. But this particular method I'm going to show you, I'm just going to dry it with my heat gun. Whoa, hello. What is happening right now? There we go. Okay. All my cords were tangled up. So I'm using this. This is the same thing that I use for my ink swirls. So I'll plug this in just a minute, but I'm going to leave my heater running as long as I possibly can manage. So we're going to take a paper towel. Yeah, Paula, I actually have a whole stack of old books, but this particular person wanted a specific book. I have a 50 Shades, a Game of Thrones, a Harry Potter, a Hunger Games, a Twilight, and then good old Louis L'Amour for this very reason. But I did not have this particular book, so I borrowed it from the library and then went from there. So this, we're going to dab it in here and then just smear it around just like that. Whoa, except for, you know, like hold on tight. Ooh, Paula, I totally want to do one with the Revelation song or Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace was my great-grandmother's favorite song, and I want to do that for sure. I kind of kicked myself whenever my church was getting rid of the old hymnals. I kicked myself for not grabbing one. Okay, I wasn't paying attention when I did this, so it's got a wrinkle in it. Ooh, Crystal. Be ready to use lots of epoxy. So much. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to unplug my heater and plug in my gun here. So if you do it with the oven, it kind of curls up on the edges and kind of gets a little bit more, not wrinkly, but wavy. This way it does end up a little flatter, but you can distress it a little bit more if you want. So this is going to get loud, so sorry in advance. Turn down your volume maybe. So you're just going to dry it. If you get really close, I'll show you. It kind of turns really dark, kind of scorches the paper a little bit. You can kind of see it right there. So if you do that, it will kind of add that added effect there. I did that on purpose in a couple of spots on the one I was doing last night. But as the words fade, you can tell that it's starting to dry. Just watch out if you're doing the extra scorch marks that you're watching out for. Don't start a fire. It's not really good. But you can kind of see how it's wrinkling up. We're almost done. And then just for good measure, do the other side. I actually typically do the front side and then go back and do the back. Sorry, Sarah, it may be my connection. That was coffee, super strong coffee. So you can kind of see the difference there. Typically, I'll do it from the front side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I do not want to hear myself. Hey, Jennifer. So if you want it a little darker, you can go over it again. I've also seen, I saw a couple of videos where they actually saturated it, like they had a pan like this, but they actually submersed the paper into the coffee or the tea or whatnot, and that's a way you can do it too. So I'm gonna dry this. It's gonna get loud again. Oh, good grief. Almost done. Okay. Sorry, I'm not plugging my phone before it decides to have another little sass attack. So that was 2 rounds of that. I didn't work on that side. You can see it better here. I do think that drying it from the front side does give it more of this, because I think the heat kind of scorches it just a little bit to give you that effect. And then of course you can do that. And then what I was doing to really finish out the edges, make sure if you're using a heat gun that you put it on something that it won't melt or catch fire. I've melted a couple of things lately. So to finish off the edges after you tear it, just kind of tear it in the general shape that you need, like around a passage or a quote or whatnot, like that, whatever you're working on. And then you can kind of do that. You can ink it, like I said earlier. You can stamp pad it, whatever works for the project you're doing. It's pretty good. Here's what it looked like before. My coworker, last year we did like a fun little Harry Potter style scavenger hunt for one of the girls' birthday gift exchange, and she actually used lemon juice. I got impatient now that is actually spread out. She actually used lemon juice and her oven to achieve a very similar effect So, yeah, that's all I have for y'all. I wanted to show you the new glitters. Just a quick recap for the people that hopped on afterwards. The trick is putting that gun where I am not going to... Okay, so Lisa, that's because it was the back, and you could see it because it was wet, and then as it dried, it went back to the opaque. It looked normal on the other side. It's very national treasure. So from Feather Bear, I got these little holographic mama bears. I like them. There's a couple other colors, but I think black and brown. I'm pretty sure that's what I said earlier, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. Possibly even white, like a holographic white. So got that. Pop Rocks, which is a little different than the Fiesta. These are holographic on here. Fiesta from Frans has the cute little stripes on it. And then Aphrodite is what I used on that cup just a second ago. I'll show that in just a minute. But from Feather Bear, they do tend to throw a little something in every order. Mine, I happen to get a keychain, but it could be a sticker. It could be, who knows? It's just random based on what they have. So according to Dan, I actually messaged them to make sure I did not mention it, if that was just a fluke thing, special timing or whatnot. But that's what I got from Feather Bear. And then from Frans, we've got Cassidy. It's kind of like a dusty purple. It reminds me of a purple version of a dusty rose. And then Mermazing. It has stars in it, and it has these little translucent iridescent squares and some hex cut. I feel like this is from the American Made line, but I don't remember. Yes, Jessica, I came really close to trying to do a black base also, but I couldn't do a base paint on a cup because it's cold and rainy right now. And then the gold mica flakes and the silver mica flakes, I am not going to open right now, but they are a different texture of mica. Instead of a powder, it's got a little bit bigger texture. You can kind of see it here. If you feel like watching a little fiasco, you can rewatch this video later after it uploads. It was totally floating all over the air. It was so bad. So that is all I have for y'all. A couple new glitters, working on a cup. Let me show y'all the cup again if you just hopped on. Give y'all a sneak peek of the next video I'm working on. Hey Calissa, how are you? So that is the cup we were just doing. Now that this has been sitting here a bit, I'm going to go through and just kind of pat down some of these rough patches. You can do this with your glove. You can do this with parchment paper. I think I've seen one person say they use wax paper. Once the... Oh, that's okay, Elise. You can rewatch it later if you want. This is Aphrodite from featherbeardesigns.com. There's a link in the description. Oh, hey, True. I didn't even see you hop on there. Crystal, it very much looks like Heavenly, but it's not quite the same. My dog is having a shaking attack all of a sudden. This is Heavenly here. And this is, Sarah, this is a white base. Yeah. I do know that Heavenly, mixed with black, throws gold and green. It's really pretty. I nicknamed it Bougie. I told Fran that she needed to bottle it just so that it's already made up for people. And They said they were going to, but I don't think it's happened yet. They've got a lot on their plate with the new store. So I'm just patting down some of these spots that ended up kind of sticking up a little thicker than I wanted. And then that's it. I'm going to let this, I'm actually going to turn it off because it really doesn't need to turn. It's had enough time to set up, and it was on there so thin that you don't have to. True, yes, my base is white. Kristen, I don't. I actually base painted this like a week ago. Some people will get like one of those little play tents and use that as like a paint booth almost. But yeah. Calissa, I used Liquidy Split. I've been using that for a couple weeks now, and I like it a lot. There's a link in the description. I'll give you a 5% discount. I ordered DIY epoxy and on their fast set that was on pre-order, and it came through today. That they printed the label today. So I'm excited to try that. So you guys have a good night. That is all I have for y'all. I'm gonna go inside and crash. I have been ravaged with allergies. You probably heard it in the little Christmas light video last night. I sounded like this in part of it. It sounded so bad. I was so congested, but I really wanted to finish that cup. And I was like, it's not that bad. And it was so hard not to sniffle. Oh my gosh. It's like when somebody says you can't scratch that, and you really need to scratch. But anyways, life goes on. Thank you, Miss Honey. You have a great night. This is the Liquidy Split, Calissa. This is the Ultra UV. I don't feel like it performs any different. But, yeah. Kristen, I don't think you can sand without taking off the glitter. It just really, it's almost impossible. So the best bet is to try and, well, for one, not get your phone cord like on the cup as it's turning. That's really helpful. Oh my gosh. Patting it down as it gets far enough cured or set, patting it down will make a big difference. Like this right here, I barely sanded at all, and it was a chunky. Good night, Kristen. Good night, Elise. Good night, Veronica and Jessica. But if you'll pat it down, if you're doing chunky, like true chunky, put a little bit more on there. Lisa, you're so right. I cannot wait to sneeze. I'm going to be extra aware on if it's full of mica flakes. This workspace, I know you can see it a little bit. This workspace is like Edward Cullen has been rubbing up all over this thing. It's so bad. Anyways, this was laid with epoxy method, and it's glitter. It's chunky. It's right here. But if you'll put it down with, oh, Veronica, I'll actually do a video of a cup, like testing. Probably not a live, because I need to be able to do a couple layers. But this is laid with that flattened, and I flattened it out after about 15 or 20 minutes. And then I epoxied, and I really only had 1 or 2 spots that I needed to sand down. So, yeah. That's one of the tricks, is to do that and then to coat it with enough epoxy before you sand, that it kind of helps with that. So, all right, y'all. You have a great night. Stay warm if it's cold where you are. And I'll be uploading, hopefully, that cup tutorial video in a couple of days. I've got several steps I still have to do to it. But, Kristen, So normally I use like 3 to 4 on a cup. Actually more like 3 on a normal, not super cold night. I use about 5 to 6 when I'm laying on a 20 ounce, laying on epoxy for chunky glitter. Yeah, that seems about right. It's about 5 or 6. And then just it lets it lay on there. Yeah. All right. I mean it this time. Y'all have a great night. And Kristen, you're welcome to post questions if you have more questions. If you have more questions, you can just post it after this gets uploaded. Calissa, yeah, I've been doing quick set almost on everything now. I have the Envirotex light and I really like it, but I think I'm going to leave it for only ink swirls. Just because the other stuff, it's just so much easier to work with. Like, I coated this cup last night. I coated this cup last night at about 9 o'clock. I could drink out of this right now. According to their information, it's fully cured after 24 hours. But I do want one more layer. I've got like 3 little rough spots I need to sand and redo the rim here. But I could if I wanted. Yes, I'm going to go check that out, Lisa, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Calissa, you can use it on every single layer, according to their paperwork, according to their website. It's good, and it has like a 475 degree temp rating, I think. Something like that. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Stay warm, stay safe, and Christmas is so close. So if y'all do anything amazing for Christmas orders, be sure and share it to the group page. I'd love to see it, and I'm sure everybody else would love to see it. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.